Hello, how are you? I hope your week is off to a great start. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and choosing to spend your time with me. I'm so grateful. My name is Maureen and I post videos on self-development, travel, vlogs, and anything that you and I decide to talk about. And today is one of those days where you and I have agreed on what we're going to be talking about. So today, not today, yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday, the 10th of August. And one of you guys sent me a couple of questions that I am going to be answering as part of a reflective moment on the years that have been. And I'm feeling a bit anxious about this one because I'm not so sure if I want you guys to know me like that just yet. But I think now is best. So I hope this video is going to be worth your while and you're going to learn a thing or two about me. And let me know if you have any other questions or anything that you would like us to talk about or you would like to know about me. And if I'm comfortable with it, I'm going to answer. So let's get into it. I have the questions here. So I've seen the questions and some of them are a bit scary because I have to really reflect on them and answer honestly. So question number 1, what is one advice you go by? You will tell someone you can bank on this, insert your advice. So in one of the videos where I recommended that you check out Jonna Jinton, she's a Swedish filmmaker. She had gone on a retreat and she was asking the guys she had gone on the retreat with if you had an audience of, I think it's either 1 million or 1 billion people, what would you say? And one of the guys said that he would tell them to be quiet and listen. And I think I'm gonna steal that one. One advice that I go by is be silent and listen, because when you're silent you get to hear something that you ordinarily wouldn't have heard. You get a chance to observe and you get a chance to allow the other person to tell you more about what's on their mind, and from that you get more perspective on a situation, you get more insight, you get to understand this person a bit more. So, and I'm also guilty of rushing into things, of lashing out. So I think when I'm silent, I never regret it. I never regret being silent and listening. So be silent and listen. That's one advice I go by. Number 2, pre-pandemic MK. She calls me MK. And post-pandemic MK. Is there any change? I don't know. For those of you who know me personally, do you think there has been a change between me pre-pandemic and me in the midst of a pandemic? I don't think we're at post-pandemic just yet. I think we're still in the thick. It's a pandemic. We're still in the pandemic. I think, is there any change? I think there has been quite a number of significant changes. And number 1, I think I would say pre-pandemic I was quite social and used to being around my friends and my family, going out to social events, eating out. But post-pandemic, or in the midst of the pandemic, I have gone into my wilderness years. Me and the Israelites. Same WhatsApp group. I just hope it won't last 40 years. So in the pandemic, I found myself spending more time alone. I don't have the luxury of being around my friends and family like I used to be. I eat out less, definitely, and I think holistically I'm becoming a better person. When you spend time alone, you have time to reflect, you have time to criticize yourself, you have time to pat yourself on the back, you have time to really think about life and is this how I want to continue living. So one of the things that has changed is that I want to be, the fruit of the Holy Spirit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, faithfulness, self-control, gentleness. Like, that's who I want to be, like, in this season and beyond. I want to be that person who is joyful. I want to be that person who is kind. I want to be that person who is gentle. I want to be the person who is, I have self-control. I just want to be filled more with the Holy Spirit, and so in people experiencing me, they can experience the fruit of the Holy Spirit through interacting with me. And I'm so grateful for people I have come across and interacted with who are open to giving me feedback and open to letting me know when I was overstepping, when I was being a bit too blunt. And that has made me reflect on how do I want to be approaching people going forward, and in people interacting with me, how do I make them feel. So I think post-pandemic, the main differentiator between who I was pre and post will be how I leave people feeling, especially when I'm not happy with how things are going. And even when I'm happy, like I imagine and I hope that I'm going to be in a space where people feel appreciated, people feel seen, people feel heard, people feel like, wow, that experience with Maureen was so fulfilling. Like, that's who I want to be post-pandemic. But do let me know if you think I'm any different than I was, I'm sweating, than I was pre-pandemic. What would you tell your younger, into brackets, early 20s self to do, or what would you tell your younger self not to do? That's a good question. I feel like I'm still in my 20s and I'm quite clueless. I'm still trying to figure a lot of things out. So I think I'll say one thing that answers what to do and what not to do. What I would tell myself is, don't let them get to you. And the flip side is, do stick to who you are. Do stick to what you believe in. Do stick to what makes your heart beat. Don't let them get to you. Like, don't let situations change who you are. Don't let situations or people, the fear of losing people, drive you to do things that don't sit right with you. Don't let the fear of losing people or being alone make you forget why you're doing what you're doing or what your aspirations are. Go for it. Don't let them get to you, and don't let them get to you, and do stick to what makes your heart beat. Do stick to what makes your heart beat. Don't let them get to you. Yeah, that's what I would tell my younger self. Name 5 famous people that lived in the past that you would want to have dinner with. The past can be as soon as yesterday or as late as Queen of Sheba days. Thanks for that leakage. So number 1 is she said it can be as late as yesterday. So I had dinner with a friend yesterday, and I think if I given another chance, I would totally do it again. So they are a very good friend of mine. They give sound advice, and their vibes, they're good vibes. So it says famous, so they don't fit into the famous category. So let me think of someone else. Hey, I actually don't know so many celebrities. We were talking about this yesterday with my friend, where if someone asks me who's my celebrity crush, I never know what to say. So number 1, I would say I'm trying to choose between King David and King Solomon. Whom do I want to choose? Since she said the Queen of Sheba, let's cheat. 1, I would pick King David, and then I would pick the Queen of Sheba. Hear me out. If I had dinner with the Queen of Sheba or King David, I'm bound to meet King Solomon, because I know if I meet any one of these people, they're going to become my friends. And when I hang out with the Queen of Sheba or King David, I would still get to meet King Solomon. And I want to meet King David because he had a way of bouncing back. Like, this guy made all sorts of mistakes, and he knew how to bounce back. He didn't let what he did hold him back for a long time. Like, when his son died, he mourned, and rather, when his son was sick, he really prayed that God would heal him. And when his son died, he showered and he went and had a feast. The whole time he was wearing sackcloth, he wasn't eating, he was praying, he was fasting. But as soon as his son died, like, this guy just knew how to, he knew the right time to go on to the next thing. Like, I would really love to meet King David and learn how to do that. Like, time for a turnaround, on to the next thing. Forgive yourself. And he's recognized as one of the, he's in the Hall of Faith as one of the men who had great faith in God. So King David is a good one. Queen of Sheba, I think she was so tenacious, and I feel like she had a wonderful personality. She had wealth. She was so wealthy, and she had character. I mean, for you to be able to engage King Solomon, I feel like she was so interesting, and like, I don't even know how to explain, but I would love to meet this woman who took her wealth and she traveled to go and meet this wise man. I'm the kind of person chasing wisdom, and I feel like she's the kind of person I want to surround myself with. So King David, Queen of Sheba, and through this door in the middle there's King Solomon. Number 3, I think I want to meet Jesus. Guys, if you've been in the wilderness, you want to meet Jesus face to face. I want to sit with Jesus. I want to talk to Jesus. I want Jesus to share with me some life hacks, because sis, it's been rough. But yeah, I'd love to meet Jesus and have dinner with him, and we can talk man to woman. Number 4. I want to say Princess Diana. No, Eartha Kitt. She's crazy in a way that I like. I would love to meet Eartha Kitt. And I say Eartha Kitt because I feel like through her, I'm telling you guys, all these people I'm meeting, they would end up being my friends because I'm dope like that. So I would love to meet Eartha Kitt because I feel like through meeting her, maybe she was friends with like Oprah, so I'd be able to meet Oprah. I'd be able to meet what's her name? The lady for okay, why am I forgetting her name? That other lady who reminds you of Oprah. Yes, you know her. The one for them, is it Mockingbird? The poet. What's her name? Okay, you know who I'm talking about. Let me know. That woman, the black woman who reminds you of Oprah. Number 5. Remember me telling you guys how much I love economics? I think I'd love to meet I'm trying to decide between the father of economics and this lady who wrote Dead Aid, the one I told you guys about, Dambisa Moyo. I think let's have dinner with Dambisa Moyo. Then she can let me know about all these people that we can read about and talk about. Yeah, so those are the 5 people I'd love to have dinner with. One thing I'm grateful for, in light of the pandemic, I want to say good health, but I am grateful for good health, but overall I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned, because through the lessons I have learned, they have been equal to growth. Every lesson I am learning, especially in this season of the wilderness, there's so much that I'm learning, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for the pain. I'm so grateful for the mistakes. I am so grateful. I'm grateful for the lessons. Yeah. Because in the lessons, there's God's faithfulness, there's God's grace, there is forgiveness, there is gentleness, there is everything. There's like, I'm just grateful for the lessons. How was your birthday? The actual day. What did you do? What do you normally do on birthdays? So you guys will be disappointed in me, but here goes nothing. My birthday was cool. It was chill. It was a normal working day. I didn't do anything. Well, I went for dinner with my friend, but it wasn't planned. It was just serendipity, and I'm so grateful. So usually I don't plan to do anything on my birthday. I tend to be the kind of person who waits for people to do things for me, and it's always so disappointing. So this year I had decided that I was going to, because it's a significant year for me, I had decided that I was gonna do something. I was gonna have a picnic with my girlfriends, but I happened not to be around them yesterday, and so I've postponed it. I'm still going to do it, but so yesterday I didn't celebrate, and usually I don't celebrate. I never do anything for myself. Well, I lied. I'm not always disappointed. For the most part, my friends are so lovely. I love you guys. They usually celebrate me, but this year has been different. It's a pandemic. Also, I'm like hundreds of kilometers away from them, so that wasn't also possible. But overall, it was, honestly, I tend to be sad on my birthday. I don't know why. Since I turned 12 years and below, my mom always had a party for me. But since I turned 12, I was going through a transition in my life, and so I wasn't around my friends. Like, am I 12 all over again? I wasn't around my friends, and I didn't have a party like I was used to. So from my 12th birthday up until I think I turned 18, I never celebrate my birthday. I never do anything. Like, I just wanted to pass like any other day, so in that way I avoid being disappointed. But yesterday brought that to light, and I don't think that's how I want to mark my birthdays going forward. I mean, life is a gift. It's amazing that God has given me an opportunity to see a new year, and I don't want to take it lightly. So this year, no matter how late, even though it's December, I'm going to celebrate myself. I'm going to do something for me that I enjoy with the people that I love. So usually I don't do anything, but going forward, that has changed. Yeah, I hope you're not like me. I really pray that you enjoy your birthdays. I pray that you celebrate in whatever small way. I pray that you don't have to feel like you need to depend on other people to make you feel special or to do for you something. I hope that you don't have to ignore it just so you're not disappointed. Don't let them get to you. Know what I've told you? Don't let them get to you. Do what makes you happy. Do what puts a smile on your face, and you'll be surprised by how many people who love you are interested in celebrating you, and they're just waiting for you to invite them in. I feel like that message is more for me than for you, but I hope that we're both learning. The last question: what would be a perfect gift for you on a budget and outside a budget? That's a nice question. A perfect gift for me of budget on a budget is, I love surprises. So yesterday a friend of mine sent me a lovely, like at midnight they sent me a lovely voice note. It was a lovely prayer for my birthday, and it brought me to tears. Like, it really touched my heart. So such small things, like a perfect gift for me on a budget would be something personalized, and like a nice surprise that's personalized. So like, if you made me like the voice note, that was really lovely. I wasn't expecting it. and it was so heartfelt. If you made me a little card with a nice little message, that would really touch my heart. If you made some food and you put a note for me to let me know that you are thinking of me, that I would really love that. So I really love little personalized surprises that make me feel seen, that make me feel thought about, that make me feel loved. So on a budget, if you made me something like out of the goodness of your heart, I would really love it. And I remember, like, I'm not the kind of person to laugh till tears come out. Like, I don't know how y'all do it. I'm not typically the person who experiences tears of joy, but when I have, like, I remember it's usually because of something like that, something so heartfelt and thoughtful. The first time I shed tears of joy was a friend of mine was flying out. They were traveling, and we wouldn't see each other for a while. So I really used to love reggae music. So they made a video with our pictures and put some of the reggae songs that I was liking back then. I watched that video and I was bawling my eyes out. Like, I was so happy, and it really touched my heart. And now, like yesterday, the voice note, it also really touched my heart, and I was so happy. Like, thanks, girl. Yeah, I felt really special. Then off budget, like no budget, I love traveling. So you want to take me to Dubai on a yacht? I'm your girl. You want to take me to Santon? You want to take me to Morocco? You want to take me to London? You want to take me to Paris? You want to take me to see the Northern Lights? You name it, anything, travel. With no budget, I would love it. I would love to travel. So if you want to take me on a travel trip, yo, welcome. I will receive you with arms wide open. I would love to travel. And make me a personalized gift while at it. Make me a little card. I would love that. Yeah, I think that's all the questions. I know it was so random. I hope you've learned a thing or two about me. And if there are any other questions that you would like me to answer, be sure to leave them in the comment section below, and I will write them down. And if I get a collection of like 7 or more questions, then I'm going to make a video answering them. As always, I'm so grateful that you have chosen to spend your time with me and you've watched until the end. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. And I always tell you guys, share this video with 5 of your friends, because from sharing with 5 people, you have an opportunity to learn 5 different things. So I wish you a lovely week, and God bless you. I love you.